Hey guys, and welcome to this video on Infinite Warfare here. I'm going to be making a mini-series talking you through the different, first of all, specialists, which I'll run through in just a second, then taking you through the different SMGs on the game and the different assault rifles on the game. So first up here, we've got Warfighter. Now, Warfighter has two different parts to it. You've got the first payload, which is Claw, which is like a little gun that spurts out lots and lots of things. Combat Focus, which you all know and love from BO3, and Overdrive. Then you've got underneath that, you have Merc. Merc is my least favourite rig, to be perfectly frank. The Steel Dragon, which is a beam of light that doesn't really do an awful lot, but it's a damaging thing, it kills them, so on and so forth. And you've got Bull Chargers, where you charge like a maniac with a riot shield. Sounds a lot more fun than it is, quite frankly, because you die. Next, you have, I can't see where it says, but it's Synaptic, I think, or something like that. Yes, Synaptic, there you go. Got great little like machine guns on this one, which work a dream. And moving on to the next rig, you've got, this is FTL. This is the Eraser. Very annoying to come up against this. Basically evaporates you. It's not great to use, and it's annoying when it's against you. And that's all I've got to say about that. And the other one's just a short little burst of movement. So then we have the Striker. Vortex gun, so it pulls people in towards you. Sort of put a portal down, and it drags people into it. Obviously, those count as kills. And then finally, you've got the Phantom, which has the Ballista EM3, which is a pretty strong, long-range gun of sorts. Is all I can really say about it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So now, on to the subs. Okay, so first here you have the ERAD or ERAD. This gun's a very strong gun. Let's go back to the actual basic form of this. You got very good accuracy on this gun, to be honest with you. The damage is not massive, but do you know what? It is decent. It doesn't have a lot of kick, just FYI. I know you can't tell from the stats here. Range on it, it's not the best at range. It does tend to get pretty weak if you find yourself in an AR fight. You're generally going to back down from those anyway, I should hope. But yeah, so that's something you've got to be mindful of, I suppose. The rate of fire is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's as fast as that suggests. That it says 84 there, you know, and I wouldn't say that it's necessarily that. I mean, you'd think that that's going to be damn quick, but really it's not that quick. Mobility is great. You can move about nicely with the weapon. It feels good. It feels like if you were holding the weapon, it feels like it would be a light weapon. You would be able to move around nimbly, effectively, and that's how it feels. That's how that translates over into the gameplay. Now, I've got the rare unlocked, the Erad Reckoning here, but we'll save that kind of thing for a later video. So then we have the man, the myth, the legend, the FHR. To be honest, I like the Erad and the FHR. Equally, I'd say they're highly situational. Okay, so the accuracy on the FHR, little less. Damage is more, but still comparable, 58 to 48. Range here is less, and you really do feel at range. The FHR is really awkward, so it's good for smaller maps, smaller rather enclosed maps. It's great for that. The hipfire on the FHR is absolutely godly. Now, there's the rate of fire that's most killer on here, though. I think one of the unlocks for this, the very first... Yeah, you see, this gets reduced recoil as the very first gun upgrade. So, you know, it does improve over time, but it's a P90. If you liked the P90, you'll like this. It's almost like a P90 with rapid fire. It's a P90 on steroids for sure. The Karma 45 being hailed as the new VMP. My least favourite submachine gun in the game, actually. I don't get along with this at all. I'm a sub player. Love the VMP. But this is not for me, the Karma. Accuracy, pretty solid, don't get me wrong. Damage, very modest, which is part of what annoys me about it, is it has such modest damage, and yet only a sort of decent rate of fire. Range on it is 59, I'd say in my experience, it tends to be the worst sub for long-range engagements anyway. Mobility, yeah, quite frankly, feels reasonably good. I find the accuracy of this gun, I'm not sure, I suppose it's because I usually use the Erad unless it's a short map, which actually has quite a higher accuracy, but I find the accuracy on this gun a complete nightmare. The hip fire I find awkward and clunky, but other people really enjoy it, so take what I say with a pinch of salt here. You know, it's just a matter of opinion. Then you've got the RPR Evo. So the RPR Evo is a good gun, not much kick, decent rate of fire, doesn't do the most damage in the world, but it's very good. The accuracy is solid, and not only is the gun accurate, your accuracy will be quite strong with this gun because of the lack of kick. The kick tends to come more directly back to you than up and down, so it allows for you to hold your aim on really nicely. Then damage 53, again, compared to the others, it's there or thereabouts, isn't it, really? Range, there or thereabouts. Rate of fire, pretty strong. Not massively over the Karma or the Erad, but considerably less than the FHR. And mobility, they're all pretty similar. Look, all, well, exactly the same. They all feel good. In my opinion, the Erad does feel like the best. But so that's it for subs, really. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you some gameplay so you can get a feel for each of the individual guns here and how they play. Now you'll see me with the FHR, as I say, probably trying to hip fire a little more than I do with the Erad or Erad. You'll see me getting absolutely thrashed with the Karma because I'm diabolical with it. And then you'll see the RPR Evo. Well, I'm going to learn that one with you because, quite frankly, I haven't played that one a lot. Anyway, so I've pre-recorded the gameplay. I'm going to try and talk you through it a little bit as I maybe edit some kills together from a couple of games or maybe one game, just so you get an understanding of what it's like. So, onwards and upwards. Okay, so we're going to start this game off by jumping in with the FHR by the looks of it. And just give you a little demo of the rate of fire there. It's pretty insane. There's an example of what a great hip fire it has. And there, how sort of diverse it can be. But then you see it range there. It's a similar amount of bullets I put in that guy. But due to the SMGs in general in this game lacking power over range, obviously I've died there. Did go into that battle a little weak though, so perhaps it wasn't so much to do with range, but I felt like the shots were good, if you know what I mean. You get more examples of how strong this gun can be. I mean, it's a melty gun. If you can hit your shots with this gun, it melts. And you can see me trying to put myself in the fray quite a lot here. If you're wondering why I play quite so balls to the wall, it's to give you examples of like multiple versus me, because I feel that's when you really feel what a gun can do, is when you're being engaged by multiple people. See, that's it's just beautiful. Spent a lot of this game here 2 versus 6, which was a bit unfortunate, but we're moving on now to the Erad or Erad, and this gun is my favourite, so you'll see probably a little favoritism in that I have a few more clips, but you see how melty it was against that guy there. If you can hit the chest with this gun, it is a Meltysaurus Rex, boys. So there was an example of how you can turn on people with the hip fire. One of the upgrades for the Erad is really like sort of, what do you call it, pinpoint hip fire shots. And just then, I wouldn't have been able to turn on that guy if I didn't have that. So the hip fire on this thing is fantastic. The damage is good. Rate of fire feels solid. The kick is there's some, but it doesn't feel ugly at all. It feels like a really neat, friendly gun. Bust out my specialist here because I'm out of ammo. There. Oh look, we gained a player. Now it's 6-on-3. How exciting for us. So yeah, still busting out this weapon. This is a fairly good example of how diverse it is. Because I hip fire that guy, put a couple of shots on this guy, pick up the ball, throw it back, hip fire into shooting that guy with the scope, and it's a really nice little sort of multiple engagement there. That's what I do. I keep throwing myself into these. This guy chases the kill, which you should never do. Learned that back on Halo 2 when Ogre 2 said never to kill chase. So you go into this gunfight, going into that gunfight we're weak, and yet we can take that guy down. This is nice shots, but also, you know, a lot to do with the gun being great. Here's a 4-on-1. I take 3 down, and then I get shot by the guy behind. Don't know why it took so long to kill me, to be honest. But yeah, you can see why I love this gun. Feels nice. There's some dodgy shots there, because I sort of try and wallbang things and then forget you can't really wallbang in this game. So, yeah, end up dead. Why did I keep that little jetpack fail in? I don't know why. Okay, moving on now to the RPR. This gun is great. This is the first time I played with it. The hit detection there. Watch that back if you want. That's awful hit detection. But yeah, I quite like this gun. I thought it was nice. It felt good. The kick on it is non-existent. It's lovely. Over range, it lacks. But look at that. Look at that two-piece. I mean, how easy is that? There's some great submachine guns in this game. Although the ARs are very good too. And in fact, I'm going to do what I'm doing now, but with the ARs, so you guys can see it, see those as well. I've recorded it, just waiting to release it. It's going to be a separate video because this one's already kind of long. Take that guy down there, no problem. Quick shots, and then we're moving on to my least favourite, Karma 45. But here you can see why people like it, and I can always see why people like it. It's just not necessarily the ideal tool for me. Managed to be picking up the kills quite swiftly here. Movement on fleek, but yeah, you can see the power is good, the kick is okay, you know, the hip fire here, the guy's weak, but you can see it's pretty strong. You raise the gun quite quickly, so mobility is clearly good, because in that gunfight there he should really have killed me, and he didn't. And here I nearly turn on this guy, so it's a really durable gun. Now, that's going to be the end of the video. I'm going to be doing the exact same thing with ARs, as I said earlier. I really hope you liked this. This is something I'd like to do more of. I'm going to be posting game battles, snipers, all sorts of different content throughout Infinite Warfare. I'm really excited to do so, and I hope you guys will join me on the journey. So anyway, until next time, please like, subscribe, and comment. It's been Rinse. You've been you. Bye-bye.